Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, April 6th. And you can see temperatures this morning about 15 degrees warmer than yesterday morning. We had temperatures yesterday in the upper teens to the low 20s. This morning we're in the low to mid 30s across the area. Temperatures have been falling as we've got a pretty good area of moderate to heavy precipitation moving into southwest and western lower Michigan. And it's been expanding off to the east. We've got evaporative cooling. We started out with a little bit of rain and sleet. We've got snowflakes mixed in right now, and we can see a period of pretty heavy snow for a few hours across mid-Michigan, which could accumulate at least to a couple of inches. Heavier snows off to the north, and then we'll eventually, I think, see temperatures warm up enough where we could see that precipitation, especially over the southern half of the area, change over to this plain rain. Temperatures could get up in the low 50s across the south and in the 40s across central Michigan. Again, colder off to the north, and we're going to have to just wait and see where that rain snow line is and how quickly it changes over to rain. Again, the longer it stays snow, we could have a little bit more in the way of significant accumulations. Got a pretty busy outlook coming up over here, and some potentially bad news for some of the Michigan fruit crop, but we'll take a look at that in just a moment here. If we take a look at the Great Lakes, you can again see some of the warmer temperatures down across the southern part of the state. Temperatures will continue to fall with that precipitation moving in and cooling the column, and that'll allow for quite a bit of a mess to develop across mid-Michigan with some heavier snows to the north. If we look at the normals for today, our normal high is 50. We won't be anywhere near that for a little while, and normal low is 29. Of course, across southern lower Michigan, they'll get to 50 probably today. Again, if we look at the next slide, you can see some of the snowfall. This is off the TV 9 and 10 webcam in Cadillac there. A pretty snowy morning out there. If we look at the next webcam, Breckenridge, you can't see much now, but we were getting a little bit of sleet and some snow mixed in right now. You can see the radar, some of that heavier precipitation moving into the state from the western portions. And again, these areas here where we're getting some of the darker returns, very likely sleet across some of these areas here. We've even had a few lightning strikes across southwest lower Michigan. You can see some of those lightning strikes. And if we look at the good news, if we have any, it would be in the Climate Prediction Center's week 3 and week 4 as we get towards the beginning of May. Looks like much of the U.S. is going into a pretty warm pattern, and we've been talking about that about mid-April. Looks like it'll be about the 15th to the 20th now, a little bit of a delay. But certainly the signs and the driving patterns are all there to really warm us up down the road. But until then, it's going to be quite cold, very cold, in fact. And you can see in the week 3 and 4, we also maybe start to dry out just a bit across the Great Lakes. And hopefully that'll be in time as we turn the page to May that we can get planting well underway by then, hopefully. If we look at the weather map this morning at 7 a.m., you can see a double barrel low pressure system across Minnesota and Wisconsin merging together. That low will then move across the southern Great Lakes, and again spreading some warm air into the area, bringing a mix of rain, sleet, freezing rain, and snow across the central areas, heavier snow off to the north where they could see up to 8 inches or more of snow. Again, we have to watch. Some of the models really produce a lot of snow across north central lower Michigan, northern Michigan. If we look at the weather map for tomorrow morning, you can see the low pressure system will now be up towards the northeastern portions of Lake Huron. The cold front will have come through the area. We'll see temperatures through the day begin to slowly fall, and we'll mix in some of that freezing precipitation and even some snow back into the area again. We'll watch our next clipper. That'll be coming into the area for Friday night, and that'll bring another pattern of snow. And it's behind that over the weekend. We could see extremely cold conditions for this time of year. And that could be some big problems. You can see by Friday, this should be Friday morning, you can see that low pressure system. That's going to be dropping down just off to our south and west across the far southern lower or Lake Michigan and southwest lower Michigan. Again, to the north of that track, I think we could see at least 1 to 2 inches or more of snow. Again, that'd be for Friday into Friday night. And again, very cold temperatures come in behind that system. If we look at the precipitation expected over the next 7 days, much of this will fall today, but there'll be some more Friday night into Saturday, and then another system for Sunday night into Monday could also bring us a little bit of snow or a mix. That would change to rain, and we'd see temperatures on Monday rebound well into the 50s. So we'll have a little warm air, and it looks like we're going to continue to see troughs across the area over the next couple of weeks. but nothing as deep as what we're going to get this weekend. This weekend is going to be the mother lode of the cold air that'll be coming in. And again, this could cause some problems, I would suspect, for Michigan fruit crops. As far as snowfall over the next 144 hours, again, much of the snow in this particular depiction across central Michigan is going to be for this Friday night, Saturday into the weekend. But again, I think several inches of snow could fall from this system today before it moves off to the north. Again, we're just going to have to watch the models. There are about 3 systems that could bring us snow. The bottom line is, snow or not, it indicates just how cold the air mass is going to be here over the next week to 10 days to allow that to happen. If we look at some of the big concerns, Saturday morning's forecast, you look at the single digits across much of the area. Teens well off to the west and even low 20s right along the Lake Michigan shoreline can be good for the fruit crop, and I would imagine that's a very big concern. 13 degrees up towards Traverse City area. And look for Sunday morning, even below zeros, as much as 8 to 10 below across places like Gaylord and Grayling, some of those cold areas, single digits all the way into the Grand Traverse Bay area. Again, that cannot be good news for the fruit crop. Again, low 20s, again, for several hours, inland teens across much of the area. Again, has to be a pretty big concern, I would think. As far as the next 6 to 10 days, you can see, again, we're going to continue to be quite a bit below normal across the Great Lakes, as that's where the heart of the trough will be located. But again, we'll have some warming conditions, I think, once we get out towards the middle of the month, 20th of the month, in that range there. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day. Keep warm, and 73s to all.